How are you?
Good. How are you?
See you.
You too.
We'll start with some of the new statements, and then for the sake of streaming, please ask for the microphone to ask a question. Coach.
Good afternoon, everyone. Definitely excited to be here just because we're getting closer to the season. You know, a lot of practices, and our girls are getting a little antsy about just kind of playing against each other and the practice guys. We've had a couple scrimmages where we've seen some things that were very good, but also some things that we need to continue to kind of work at and work on. As you guys know, we don't have a lot of depth, so just kind of like finding the not just the time, but also the energy in order to just kind of get our girls in the best shape, but also not wear them down too early in the season. So a lot of tweaking here and there, but as of now, we're feeling good about where we are.
So, Coach, I know you guys have been waiting, but any news on Danny Lawson's hardship waiver?
Nope, we haven't got any official news yet. We're still kind of working at it. I don't want to say that it kind of looks promising or not. I kind of don't want to, I guess, lean on it in any way until we actually get a decision. I mean, it's one of those things where you can't necessarily have a feeling about that it can go in our favor or not. So Danny is practicing. I mean, she is physically looking really good. She's gotten to the place where she could actually participate in a full practice. So if she's able to play, then she will be available to in good enough shape to help and contribute to the team.
Does it seem pretty late in the process for them not to have given you a decision, or is
I don't know.
normal?
This is the first time I've ever gone through this experience, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, even when I was at Texas, we haven't had a circumstance like this, so I mean, this is the first overall.
And you touched on that lack of depth. How do you kind of combat that?
Well, we have to be in really good shape, you know, first of all, and stay out of foul trouble. So it's just a matter of us, you know, playing in a way that you know, we stay out of foul trouble, and that we continue to work in a way that our shape continues to get better, and that, you know, we don't peak at the wrong time, but we're steady enough that we can get through an entire season.
Felicia took a big step from year one to year two. You've been working with her for a number of months now. What do you see as her ceiling as a post player?
Her ceiling? I don't know if she necessarily has one. I think that she can continue to improve. I mean, she has a wealth of knowledge of the game. To me, a lot of it is confidence, which, I mean, that's what it is in most players. I think the fact that I've allowed her to be a lot more versatile in a sense, and just kind of being comfortable with her abilities. I mean, she is getting up to the high post a lot more, as well as taking advantage of the shot, the fact that she can take and make jump shots, not taking that away from her at all, as well as working on her ball handling. I mean, she's going to be in positions where she can put the ball on the floor, so we definitely want that to be something that she is able to do and continue to get better at that. So I would say more than anything, you know, confidence that the things that she's shown that she can do, that she can execute them in the game.
Coach, can you bring us up to speed on what's the situation of point guard? Obviously, Bree got a lot of run last year, but you didn't have Amity available. Can you just address where that is right now?
Well, we're leaning on our versatility. I don't think that we actually have a true point guard, that's their true position. I mean, Bree is also a scorer by nature. She shoots the ball and penetrates very well. The same thing with Dean. So we're going to lend to our versatility, and we're going to have several people in that position. We want to play a running style. So at any time, it could be a number of players bringing up the ball and starting our offense.
What have you discovered about this team that you really like, and has anything surprised you?
Well, before I actually got to meet them, I think that I liked, you know, not knowing them personally, just how hard they worked and just the level of work ethic. That's something when you're going into any program that you never want to be a problem, and the fact that that definitely helps. We have big personalities on our team. I think that's great. The more we get comfortable and just kind of expressing them in a way that I would probably say, bleeds into our teammates or their teammates, in the sense that, the exciting moments that you have in plays and executing things and finishing shots and ones, that they get excited about that they kind of, run to each other, pick each other up, and bump each other every now and then. I think that we have several people that exude that from time to time, but if they can pour that into their teammates, it would definitely change not just the confidence of our team, but just the activity.
Could you talk a little bit about your goals for the season?
Goals is to win games. We do lack in depth, so it is going to be, in my opinion, individually for our team, or for some players in particular, a tiresome season, but that's the reality of where they are. And some of us are going to have to dig really, really, really deep and kind of put, not in a lot of minutes, but just kind of put this team on their shoulders on several occasions, but also for our players to mature. We have to mature in a way that many of us have not been in the circumstances that I'm going to put them in going into this season. And it takes a lot, some pretty quick maturity. So I'm looking for us to continue to work hard, but not just be discouraged by that. Being a student athlete is tough. At the University of Virginia, even tougher. And if we can take on that responsibility and be glad about it, it'll definitely make a difference in our season.
What's the sticky note count on your desk at this point?
The sticky note count is quite high. I try to remove them. I've now started putting them in a notebook because it was starting to look a little messy.
How much of what you're going to ask them, how you're going to ask them to play, because they were pretty defense-oriented last year, how much of what you guys are going to try to do this year is a real diversion or just an about face from what they did last year?
We're still going to be a defensive team. It's something that we talk about daily, but we need to score more. So encouraging our team to be offensive-minded is something that I've done from day one. We have to score points. Defense for sure wins championships, but takes some points here and there to actually kind of secure those wins. So confidence in shooting the ball, but also being comfortable and free-flowing and scoring the basketball is very important. So that is definitely a point of emphasis for us.
Speaking of points of emphasis, back in the summer you told me finishing at the rim was one of your top priorities. It's been a few months, but have you seen progress in that area?
Absolutely. We are so much better at that. And that is definitely one of the bright spots, for us, just being comfortable at getting the rim. I just think that, offense is so much of it is confidence, but also the freedom to do so. And when you feel like you don't have to kind of look at